As you prepare for the full moon, take time to relax and become aware of your body, of what is happening around you. Coming into this full moon moment, ready to release and begin again anew on the other side. And at this time, in your meditation, take a half an hour and breathe with me. And while you're breathing, I want you to link up with all of your group brothers. Send your energy forth and raise your consciousness as high as you possibly can. And endeavor then to hold the mind unwaveringly in the light. And let the brain waves consciousness and its registration drop below the level of consciousness. Realize that on my side, I also stand steady, pouring out upon you my love and strength, and endeavoring to lift you up into a higher state of consciousness. Now as you meditate, I want you to visualize ahead of you a disc or sphere of indigo blue, a deep electric blue. And in the center of that disc, imagine that your Tibetan brother, your master, is standing and waiting. And his appearance or her appearance and personality does not matter. Now endeavor to see, stretching before yourself, the group and me, and a band of golden light. Know this to be the symbol of the path we are all treading. See this path gradually shortening, thus bringing us closer together, slowly and steadily, and then enter into the heart of the blue disk. And while you're doing this, hold the mind positive and attentive, using simultaneously the faculties of imagination and visualization. This triple activity will test and tax your powers, but will be good training in active esoteric work. And regard this always as a united group effort, and remember that in doing it, you aid each other. Now it is said that no one brings forth an accomplishment in any way without assisting the whole race. It is the energy we add, directed toward one great attitude of thought, that carries humanity on. It is not by building upon the other fellow, but by building upon our own foundation. Then we have all the energy in the universe to use. And everything we think of in the name of God and with that vibration belongs to us. That covers all supply, all knowledge, all purity, all perfection, all good. You can gain dominion just as soon as you put your entire thought on the fact that divinity is already established within you. Know all the time that divinity is nowhere but right within, that it has always been established within, that you have only clouded and thus kept it out of your consciousness by your own adverse thoughts. And while you breathe, talk to that divinity within. Tell it that you know that it is there, and that you have now become fully aware of its presence. Ask it to come forth and be the dominating factor in your life. Say, I have now let go, and now put out of my life all adverse thoughts. I am grateful that divinity is fully established throughout my entire being. Determine that you will no longer be an animal, that your entire body is now so pure that the holy presence of the living God has attained full possession of this body temple, and that it is now in complete charge. Keep these thoughts constantly in mind. Then say, I now know the bliss and satisfaction that springs from the union of the soul with the living Christ, and that bliss and satisfaction does abide in me throughout all eternity. I know that the presence of the living Christ is fully established in me, and I am the pristine purity of the Christ. Keep these statements before the subconscious or subjective mind, and you will soon experience the joy and satisfaction that have always been yours through the presence of the living Christ. Soon you will find that you do generate mental forces that supplant all adverse thoughts, feelings, and actions. You do build up a momentum of pure thought that is irresistible and that dominates your entire world. The time to fortify the spiritual and holy temple is when we are all at peace with our own soul. In this way, we so educate the subjective mind that it gives forth nothing but divine impressions. This sinks deep into our consciousness and operates during every hour of our sleep. When we find a weak spot in our thoughts, words, or deeds, it is necessary to bring the will into full action to strengthen and fortify these rents in the structure. Soon, we learn to automatically conquer all adverse thoughts, and only God thoughts and God feelings have residence in our worlds. Then do we truly have the armies of our thoughts and feelings so marshaled that nothing but God is able to enter. This is the degree of absolute mastery, where one attains the ability to make the divine principle manifest. Thus we are the basis of all spiritual power. You will find that it pays great dividends as you make it your work in life. You now see the dawn of a new day, and you do gain greater understanding of the law. There is no more effective way to free your mind and world of discord than positively to know that your entire mind and body is the temple of the living God. You can also use the statement with the knowledge that through the silent but far-reaching influence of divine thoughts, that all humanity, in fact, the entire universe, is benefited and raised by every constructive thought, every feeling, and spoken word sent out by you. The more you think of the immortal love of God, the greater the enlightenment of humanity manifests. Thus you can see and understand, in a measure, the tremendous privilege and opportunity which is ours in assisting in the upliftment and enlightenment of mankind. What is more, It is our responsibility and our obligation to life to help erase or dissolve the negative in the world of humanity. And one of the most powerful ways to do this is by refusing to see, hear, or accept the negative, and consciously to send forth divine love to everyone and everything. Know firmly that the divine spirit of the conquering Christ transcends all discord. Take a moment to become fully aware of your surroundings. And now bring your consciousness back and around to your body, starting with your feet. Become aware of your body as you bring your consciousness awareness up through your body, through your legs, through your buttocks, through your back, through your shoulders, your head. And when you're ready, open your eyes.